Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading for May 20th to the 27th. We're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind, the heart, with a message from a spirit. This is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This reading is going to be for all Scorpio placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as for cross watchers. If you wish to watch, please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. But if they do and you like this video, please consider subscribing. Please click like and click that notification bell so that you're alerted every time a new video is up on the channel. So here we go. Let's take a look into, we're going to start off with the mind. So these are going to be things that you may be focusing in on, or energies that are going on externally around you at this moment. So the first thing we come through is mending. All right, mending. And this fell off. Let me just fix that. There we go. Second card coming through is to be fair. And third card coming through is breathe. Now we're going to get some clarification, but it does feel like you're in this energy. I kind of get this energy that you want to repair something. Okay, this could be a relationship. This could have to do, with even just fixing yourself to some degree. But we have this to be fair, and I feel like you're going into this place of really recognizing that fairness. Like, what basically, was I fair within a situation? Okay, this could have to do, with a recent argument. Maybe perhaps there was some sort of separation, between you and somebody else. And I feel like this energy is asking you to go in and reevaluate what happened. Okay, there needs to be some mending. And we have this breathe card coming through. What I'm getting with that breathe card is when we take a look at it, it's very calming. It's very nurturing type of energy. And I feel like in order to be in this place of nurturing and repair, there needs to be something fixed here. Okay. Now, you may be in that place where you're looking at it and going, well, I was fair. I was right within this situation, all of this stuff. And that very much might be true. But at the same degree, I kind of feel like there needs to be a different perspective being looked at here. There needs to be some mending in order for something to either be released or rejuvenated. Okay, so let's take a look and let's get some more energy and see what's happening here. We're going to do one more shuffle. Let's take a look at that mending. What is it that we're mending at this moment? What is it that needs mending? Or what is it? Now, this could be within you. Again, it could be external energies, but it's something that you're focusing in on. Yeah, look at this. Two of Cups coming through. Two of Cups, like relationships. Something needs to be amended here. And I do feel like this doesn't have to be a relationship, but it could, like a love relationship, but it could be a relationship that actually means something to you or had that strong meaning to you. Now, for some of you might be looking at this and going, hell no, I'm not going to be mending anything. But this even could be a spiritual or emotional mending that will help you. Okay, there doesn't need to be a physical mending, if that's not agreeing with you. But what I am getting is that there needs to be some sort of mending within a relationship. Okay, this might even have to do with the relationship with yourself, your higher self. Okay, and it feels like there needs to be some sort of fair perspective looked at it. Like, it's almost like you have to look at it and go, was I really right within this situation? Was I operating from a place of ego? Was somebody else operating from a place of ego? Okay, and a second look at this. Lovers coming through. All right. Can't make this up, guys. Transformation. There needs to be some sort of change. So when we have this change, this transformation coming through, this is the Tower card. And I'm really getting here that for some of you, there may have been some sort of argument. There may have been a disagreement. Again, there could have been an ego type of energy that came through here, walking away from something. When we have this transformation card, this Tower card coming in, this is really about crumbling the old foundations, maybe even building a new foundation. I feel like for some of you, you want to build a new foundation with somebody, or, towards something. And again, it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be family, friends, maybe even within yourself. But there needs to be a new start. Okay, and somehow this new start needs to be brought through by an element of fairness. And when we look at fairness, to be fair, this is really talking about looking at things from the other person's perspective as well as your own, and sometimes what we can do and how we create that and make that happen is by going into that place of peace within ourselves and really taking a look at, how did the other person feel? How did I feel in regards to the situation? But at the same time, there needs to be some sort of mending that happens. And again, a new start, a new foundation needs to be built. We also have, look here, we have the release card, right? So this is like the judgment card, endings that lead to new beginnings, the need to release situations or people that hold you back, spiritual transformation, beautiful energy. There does need to be some sort of releasing here. Maybe this is a matter of releasing anger. Okay, maybe releasing the ego, maybe releasing. Let's actually take a look and let's clarify that release card. So look at endings. Something happened here that brought about an ending. And I feel like that ending really didn't want to happen. Okay, I'm really getting this energy of the ego coming in, maybe people being in this place of, their temper's up, and maybe they were too overwhelmed to deal with their situation at that particular point. But there does want to be some sort of new start or a new ending. I do feel that for some of you, you've been kept up at night. Now, this could also be reverse energies, okay? So this could be your person. So just take this as it's resonating for you, all right? But whoever this is affecting, it is keeping them up at night. There is a lot of emotional or mental turmoil that's been involved with this. This could be somebody that's been really overthinking or replaying all of the actions that happened, either within a message or maybe a phone call, or maybe it happened in person. It feels like something happened here. And I feel to some degree that both parties, okay, had their own... I don't want to say the word agenda because I don't feel that word is right, but I feel like both parties had their own view on what happened. And I feel like it's time to maybe take a step back and really again view what happened in another element. All right, maybe look at it from your person's point of view or from that person's point of view. Look at it, how did I react to this? Was I reacting from a place of ego? Was I reacting from a place of anger? Was I reacting, for whatever reason? But it does feel like there needs to be some sort of reconciliation that's trying to come through in here. And that 10 of Swords is actually even telling me that something needs to stop. Okay, and this even could have to do with some sort of behavior that you have been recycling. All right, maybe this is a behavior or a personality trait or something that you've brought into relationships in the past before, maybe even this particular relationship, or again that other person. And if it has to do with the other person, I do feel that they're in this place of emotional pain. All right, mental pain, like this is hurting them. They want to come forward. There wants to be some sort of transformation. There wants to be some sort of mending of the, whatever it is. Or it could be you that wants to do that mending and that fixing towards the situation. All right, so let's take a look at the To Be Fair. We have the Chariot. So it does talk about rewards that come from hard work, successfully balancing many priorities at once. I feel like for some of you, you might have been in this place that you were balancing a lot of priorities. Maybe you had a lot on your mind. And then when this, a fight happened, or this disagreement, or this argument, or, this not seeing each other's point of view happened, it was sort of that snapping kind of energy, right? I've got so much going on that I don't have time to really, focus on what it is that you're focusing in on. And I have to, and there's a snapping coming through here. And I feel like, again, there needs to be it needs to be looked at. And was I fair? Was I fair in the way that I treated this person? Was I fair? Was it fair the way this person treated me? The Chariot can also really talk about balance as well, right? We have these black and white horses. And, if one, goes too fast, one goes too slow, the Chariot's going to tip. If the wheel falls off, the Chariot's going to tip. There needs to be a sense of balance coming through here. And I feel like both parties, to some degree were at play here. It wasn't just one side or whatever. But there needs to be a loss or a drop of the ego in some way. It needs to be looked at. And I feel like there's a mending that's coming through here. And again, either from you or from the other person. Either somebody wants to reach out, or you have that desire, that feeling that you want to reach out. And I feel like what Spirit is saying to you is that if you are receiving those energies that you want to reach out and mend, this foundation, maybe build a new foundation towards something with this person or within this situation, now is the time to do so. All right. Let's get some more energy. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah, you've been in this place, like focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way that you anticipated. Look at this, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness of self or others. So I really do feel like there's a forgiveness that's happening here. I feel like for some of you, you've already been forgiven by somebody, or again, this could be vice versa, but it feels like there needs to be, again, looking at the situation and did I act appropriately? Did this person act appropriately? How, was I reacting from this place of, I know what I wanted and I wasn't getting the result at the time. I was disappointed with the result that I received. So, I didn't, I kind of just didn't work on building this relationship anymore. I just sort of, walked away from it. And this doesn't have to do, I just want to put the disclaimer out there. This has nothing to do with abusive, relationships in any way. All right. I do feel like there was a closeness with this person at one time, but something may have happened. All right. And now you're both in this place where you want to have it repaired, or you want to bring a closure to it, or you want to build that new foundation within this relationship. Look at this, 8 of Pentacles, right? And this really does talk about working towards something, right? I feel like for some of you, you've been distracting yourself with work. You might have been in this place where you're just distracting yourself with work. Sorry, I'm just scratching. I had an itch on my head. You might have been distracting yourself, really placing all of your focus into work rather than mending the situation. It's almost like out of sight, out of mind, and that worked for a while. But now that it's come down to, where you're getting the mental stress or the emotional stress from it, you feel it like you maybe you long for this person. Maybe you long for the situation, whatever it is, to be fixed or healed or to have that new beginning. And you're in this place now where, yeah, I can focus in on my work, but I can also, place the work towards rebuilding whatever this is. 7 of Swords. I do feel like for some of you, actually, I'm going to get some more cards before I actually comment to that. Because we have the King of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So the King of Wands, he really goes for what he wants. Okay? He's, a very strong, stable, motivated human being. Let's clarify that 7 of Swords, Spirit. So we have the Empress. We have the 9 of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. Yeah, I kind of feel like what you guys did, you're denying your own feelings, to be honest. I feel like for some of you, you kind of had this energy that you were ignoring. Okay? Maybe you had the desire to mend, or fix something, or repair the relationship, or repair the situation. But instead of taking action towards it, you might have even left it for some time, in order to nurture yourself to come back in a better place, okay? Because with that Empress coming in, you might have actually just even taken a step back, knowing that, approaching the situation with the energy that you had at that current moment. And again, it could be vice versa, right? Maybe your person is in that place of focusing in on themselves at the moment. But it feels like they want to come back, or that you want to come back, coming back from a better place. You don't want to have that old stagnant energy. You don't want to be in that place where you're going to fight again, or there's going to be the argument, or it's going to start over. It's like some healing need to happen here. So you might have just focused your entire, time on work, or trying to rebuild something, or, distancing yourself in some way. that Seven of Swords coming in, you know, it feels like at the same time while you were doing that, you were also a little bit fooling yourself. All right. You were kind of fooling yourself, like you wanted to really mend this. Maybe you even wanted to mend it right away, but the ego wouldn't allow it to happen. All right. We have that King of Wands coming through with that Seven of Pentacles. Let's clarify that Seven of Pentacles and see what's coming in. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody might want to apologize, or you might want to apologize to somebody. We have the Four of Cups. You're scared of how they're going to react, or they're scared of how you're going to react. That's what I'm getting. Like there's this fear that's coming through here. How are they going to react? You know, are they going to accept this apology? Are they going to accept my message? Or are they going to, you know, pick up the phone when I call? That's what's coming through here. But what I'm getting here is that you're not going to let this hold you back, or they're not going to let this hold them back. All right. Especially with this King of Wands. It feels like, you know, the King of Wands goes for what he wants, right? He doesn't let that go stagnant. He actually makes makes the mature move towards what he is that he wants. And he starts planting those seeds. Okay. He starts rebuilding what it is that he's desiring. And I feel like this energy is happening. So again, this could be you, it could be somebody else. But if you've been thinking about reaching out to somebody, I feel like now is the time to do it. I do feel that there needs to be that loss of ego coming through here. Like, especially if there's an apology that needs to happen, you know, maybe just, you know, that sincere apology, maybe that sincere motion towards somebody, again, with that loss of ego, or this is how they need to approach you, or they're planning on this is how they will approach you. Okay. So let's take a look at relationships here and see what's coming through. So let's take a look at relationships. Even though that felt very much like a relationship reading, let's get a little bit deeper. Okay? All right. Relationships for Scorpio. And one more. Relationships for Scorpio. We have the Moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. So I do feel this is a good time to start moving ahead, especially if you feel that urge of the desire. I really am getting that a lot of you, or again, it could be your person, we're in this place of, I don't know if I should, how are they going to react? Okay. But the desire was there. The desire was there for that reaching out. We also have the Owl. There is spiritual message and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. We already had that Tower coming through, right? With the transition. I feel like there are learning messages that are going to be happening, or that you already went through some sort of transitional period, realizing maybe you truly wanted this person within your life. Okay. Realizing that the way that was it was handled from either side wasn't the way that you really wanted this to go. Again, it feels like there was a lot of ego. Now the Owl, you know, is in this place of great wisdom, right? But he also brings those spiritual messages to us. So especially if you guys have been seeing owls, or, and it's interesting, look at this, we've actually got an owl right here. There you go. We have celebrations. You're now ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. I kind of feel like for some of you, you've come to this place where you know, or realize, or recognize that this person is actually somebody it feels like somebody important to you. All right. And that you might miss that connection. You want those celebrations, you know, to come back in, or that happiness to come back in. I'm also getting this energy that by reaching out, or again, you know, maybe them reaching out to you, that this could result in a, you know, type of celebration. But let's get some clarification and see what's happening. I just feel like you guys have been missing, you know, either you're missing someone or someone's been missing you. It feels like, you know, I see the light. That's what it feels like. I see the light. I see, you know, the error of my ways. I see, you know, how this could have been handled in a different way, right? And I feel like maybe perhaps that time apart really did bring in some sort of spiritual messages to you. Look at this. can't make this up, guys. They've got the Marriage card, right? I feel like for some of you, this is, you know, you want to rebuild this relationship. For some of you, this could have, you know, involve a relationship, could involve a marriage. Maybe some of you are thinking, like, I want to bring this to the next level of that marriage, or your person does, okay? Lovers coming through. And we have the Coffin. Something needs to end, okay? And I'm really getting that, you're probably not going to like it that I say this, but I really get this energy that egos need to end, okay? There needs to be an end to the ego self. There needs to be that end to the, you know, some sort of protective maybe behavior, or maybe allowing yourself to look at things in a new perspective is what needs to happen, all right? But something needs to end. I feel like for some of you, there may have been a third party even involved, either from your side or from theirs. And it kind of feels like you know which direction it is that you want to go, and something needs to end in order to rebuild or renew a relationship, okay? We also look at this, right? Eight of Cups coming through. Like, again, the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing. Because it really feels like you were in this place of being stagnant, or being lost, or being, you know, being in this place where you're actually missing somebody again, or they're missing you. Like they want to bring you back into their life, or you want to bring them back. And it kind of feels like you need to move on from something. Now, again, this could have to do with the third party energy, whether from you or from them. But, and third party doesn't always have to include another person, okay? It could be, you know, involving yourself in work, placing all of your focus into work, right? Maybe it's time to start placing the focus in on following your heart, following your intuition, following what you're desiring, rather than, you know, just trying to distract yourself with something and not paying attention to the messages that are coming through. We also have the Hermit. Yeah, time spent in peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude. All right. So I really feel like there needs to be this energy here. Really ask yourself, what could I have done differently? Do I want to rebuild? Do I want to start a new foundation with this person? I feel like your person is maybe thinking of that again, if this is a vice versa energy. But, you know, we have the Hierophant coming through, wise counsel. All right. This is coming from a spiritual element. Now, for some of you, maybe this is just talking to friends or family, you know, people that you're close to, people that really know you well and can give you advice on this situation. But, you know, it does say ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. All right. And we also had that owl coming through here, really saying to you, no, you know, now is the time to listen to those desires that you have inside of you. If you're feeling that need or that urge to reach out, maybe it's the time to do so. Again, whether it's, you know, for closure or for reconciliation, or to bring something to a different element or a different level. Let's actually clarify that Hermit. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Six of Wands. And we've got the Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like by going into the Hermit mode, it brings you out of a place of stagnancy, which I know sounds contradictory, but you know, the Hermit mode isn't a place of being stagnant and not moving. Okay, the Two of Swords is about being unable or unwilling to make a decision or to move forward. All right, you're sort of, again, just being stuck into this energy of maybe perhaps work, or, you know, redirecting your focus, maybe perhaps even trying to bring in other relationships that really mean nothing to you, you know, but they're a good distraction, whatever it is. Okay. But what I'm getting here is by going into that Hermit mode, it helps release that energy. It helps you go into that place of knowing exactly what it is that you want to bring forward. Okay. Again, I do feel, I mean, it talks about conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. And I do feel that this needs to, it needs to be healed. It needs to be worked on. It needs to be reconciled, and maybe perhaps even a new foundation can start to be built. And this is beautiful energy. And I really like it because, you know, the interesting thing is, especially we've got we've got the lovers coming in, we've got the marriage coming in. I feel like if you've been desiring this person, they want to come forward. They want you to come forward. Like there wants to be a new foundation that could be built within this. But again, the stubbornness or the ego part of ourselves has to be released and removed. Okay, we have to come from a place of purity within ourselves. All right, so let's get some closing messages from Spirit and see what's coming in. All right, closing messages from Spirit. At the very least, I feel like you need to release, you know, the anger. There needs to be a sense of forgiveness here, because even that will change the energy. Maybe it won't fix the situation, but it will help heal the energy between you and this person. All right. And, you know, that doesn't mean that you need to reach out if that's the case, right? But it does help heal the energy. And when we place an element of forgiveness towards something, it's amazing how fast things can change. Or it's amazing how, you know, the universe really works to help us clear up a situation as well. But I am really getting here that there needs to be this, some sort of mending. Okay, some sort of mending of a situation, or most especially maybe perhaps a relationship. First card coming through, softly, softly, the tender touch. And then we have inspiration. I'm going to pull one more. We have the perfection of your life. Yeah, I kind of feel here, I'm really getting that. You know, the first thing I actually picked up right away when I'm looking at that softly, softly, the tender touch. Again, it's not approaching in a place of coming from aggression, or it's not coming from a place of ego. It's coming from a place of actual love, you know, a gentle touch, right? Maybe if you're thinking about reaching out to somebody, or, you know, wanting them to reach out to you, or when they reach out to you, there needs to be a gentle touch, rather than it coming from a place of aggression. I feel like this is either you or them that has really worked up the energy to come forward, and it needs to be treated in that way. Okay? I'm also getting, by allowing yourself to approach this in a place, you know, coming again from the heart, right? Coming from the heart, it does allow some sort of new beginning. Right? It talks about the perfection of your life. It's like a new beginning, a new opening, a new path for you, or a new foundation that might be perfect for you. But there needs to be that release or that loss of ego that's coming through here. So I truly hope that this has helped, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. If the reading resonated with you, again, please remember to click like. Please subscribe to the channel, because it really does help me to grow on YouTube. And many blessings. Take care.